And we begin tonight with breaking news out of the Kenai Peninsula. The Department of Public Safety and NTSB both confirming to Alaska's news source that a small plane has crashed near Seldovia.
Now, the FAA is saying that a Piper PA-24 crashed at 1:30 p.m. local time. The NTSB is not yet able to confirm that on the ground because the plane is still in 17 feet of water. Augusta McDonald has been following the situation and joins us now with what we know so far.
That's right, Kyle, Rebecca. We're getting confirmation from Seldovia City Manager Heidi Gaggle that the plane is in the water in the Seldovia Slough. So what witnesses have told us after speaking to several people who saw this today, because the crash is right in the middle of their community, people saw a plane take off from the Seldovia airport, clear the airport avenue, the main bridge in town, clip trees, and then crash into Seldovia Slough. There you can see on the bottom center of your screen. So we know that that occurred between 1:30 and 2:15 p.m. according to witnesses. What the NTSB is telling me right now is that they cannot confirm if it is the PA-24 plane that the FAA is reporting crashed today. And they can't do that because the plane, again, like Rebecca said, is underwater. Now, Alaska State Troopers are on scene, and they're saying that they will be able to walk out to the location of the plane at 8 p.m. this evening. At that time, they'll be able to investigate further. But again, we've still got a couple of hours before they can even access the crash site. The NTSB is saying, though, if this is the PA-24 plane that the FAA suspects crashed today, 1 to 4 people were on that plane. Its initial flight plan had 4 people. But when it stopped at the Seldovia airport, they're not sure if anybody got off. So again, there could be 1 to 4 people on this plane. We're talking to the NTSB. They're saying nobody has come forward yet who might have gotten off the plane. But we are working to get more information the rest of this evening on what happened to this flight. Again, Alaska State Troopers are on scene. They'll be fronting the next bit of information that we get. Back to you.
All right, Augusta, thanks so much. Meanwhile, we are learning new details about the plane crash near Cape Newenham that killed 8 people last Thursday.
Now today, Yukon Fire Protection Services identified one of their employees as a passenger on board. The NTSB says there were 8 people on that plane, including 2 pilots, 2 U.S. ACE employees, and 4 contractors. We know the identities of 4 people on that flight. Now today, Yukon Fire Protection Services identified Trevor McWilliams as one of those contractors. In a statement, the company says that McWilliams was sent to Cape Newenham on business.
Yeah, they say he was a hardworking member of the team, saying, quote, Trevor was truly passionate about the integrity of each fire protection system he oversaw and the safety of everyone around him, end quote. We'll continue following both of these stories and provide updates on our website, app, and mobile streaming services.
And as fire crews work to contain the Mukluk Fire, people in Tok, well, they're facing a crisis. They don't have homes, and winter is on its way.
Alex Bengal shows us how the community is coming together to help those recovering from the disaster.
We found a shard of her favorite coffee cup. We took that home.
When the Mukluk Fire broke out last week, Nicole Goolsby lost her childhood home after her mother, Michelle, was forced to evacuate at a moment's notice.
She's the one who lost her everything. She got her dog and her truck, and she was able to grab her file folder of documents. My heart just hurts for Mom and the things that she can't replace.
My nephew and niece and their son lost everything. One of their daughters and her family lost everything. It's just been really tragic.
In response, the community stepped up. Volunteers are building insulated Arctic shelters, hoping to give families a safe and warm place to get through the winter.
Last winter we got down to 75 below and more than 50 days of extreme cold. And so we want to make sure people had a warm structure.
At the same time, donations have been pouring in from all over, including money, clothing, personal items, and food. Even more than volunteers can distribute.
What they need now are specific donations, and what the community has asked is that people go to the Mukluk Fire Facebook page and really ask the question, what is needed, before they make some type of donation.
In the middle of loss and uncertainty, one small community and people across Alaska are doing what they can to make sure their neighbors aren't facing this disaster alone. Alex Bengal, Alaska's news source.
It's a very sad situation. Of course, the station partnering with the American Red Cross for relief donations.
Yeah, the Red Cross is in Tok right now providing supplies at the local disaster center. Those who would like to donate can scan the QR code on your screen, or you can visit our website.
And shifting to weather, a quick storm in South Central followed by a beautiful sunny day, but it won't stick around for too long.
Yeah, meteorologist Bailey Braun joins us with a look at when we can expect that next storm. Hey, Bailey.
Hey, it's the time of day where it's time to get outside, enjoy the sunshine because it is very limited. We're going to see these storm clouds begin to arrive by tomorrow afternoon, as well as these showers. Now, this is a look at our satellite and radar currently, and the storm we're watching that's going to bring impacts into South Central is just over to the left of your screen, just arriving in the Bering Sea. That's going to bring widespread showers into areas like western Alaska for tomorrow, before eventually reaching into Anchorage and into Fairbanks by tomorrow evening. Now, even looking right now, you can see a lot of this cloud cover building in the Aleutian chain and even into southwest Alaska. These are the clouds bringing forth this storm, so we're going to see showers begin to arrive as early as tonight in areas like Bethel. But for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies expected for much of the interior. This is kind of your break before the next storm if you're in the interior. And for South Central, we are going to track more skies just as the ones that you're seeing on your screen right now. However, those will be replaced with cloud cover by tomorrow evening. Temperatures currently a little bit warmer than they've been the last couple of days, in the low 60s in Anchorage and into Palmer, but we're looking into the 50s for the interior with cloud cover in Fairbanks. Again, that's going to clear out for tomorrow, but it's important to know that we're going to feel some cooler temperatures arriving overnight tonight into South Central, and even for the interior, temperatures are going to drop down into the 40s, but slightly cooler for areas into McGrath and Fairbanks, reaching down into the 30s. So that's important to keep in mind through the overnight hours. But as we look ahead for tomorrow, again, showers arrive for southwest Alaska as well as strong winds. I'll have a lot more details on those winds and the timeline for the rest of our state coming up during our full forecast.
All right, see you in just a bit, Bailey. Thank you. Developing tonight, Anchorage police are investigating the death of the man whose body was found near Russian Jack Park, that is. APD says they were called to the 3900 block of East 8th Avenue just after 12:40 this morning. When officers arrived, they found a man dead with injuries to his upper body. The major crime scene investigation team has also been called in. No arrests have been made. Anyone with information can contact police dispatch at 311.
Well, the tone was optimistic at the Oil and Gas Association conference today. Speakers talked about new projects that are either in the works or on the horizon, like first oil at Coyote, advancements of the Narwhal permitting, new wells at Point Thompson, and development of Prudhoe Bay. They also talked about those challenges, competitiveness, projects around the world, a lack of workforce development, and the oil and gas industry telling its own story to promote exploration and drilling.
For decades, the state has helped strengthen U.S. energy security and support economic growth. And today, the world continues to navigate geopolitical uncertainty, uneven investment, and growing demand in energy security and supply. Alaska's importance has only become clearer.
Now, tomorrow, the conference will host a debate for the Senate candidates. Both Senator Dan Sullivan and former U.S. Congresswoman Mary Peltola will both be there. The Energy Secretary, as well as the governor, will also give presentations. The Alaska National Guard is rolling out the red carpet this weekend during a special movie premiere featuring all the work that Guard members do in the state.
Yeah, that's right. Georgina Fernandez shows us how a veteran is capturing that in his newest film.
It's the sights and sound you usually don't get to experience from this perspective.
So this is basically an opportunity to see the inside look at being an Alaska Army National Guard soldier.
This weekend, a new film pulling back the curtain on what life in the National Guard looks like.
And it's all real, it's all the real sounds, it's stuff that really happened.
As U.S. Air Force veteran turned filmmaker Christopher Vasquez premieres his newest film, Arctic Extreme Aviation on the Edge.
I hope this film begins to capture the spirit of Alaska in aviation.
Over about 15 days, Vasquez's crew traveled with the Alaska Army National Guard and its aircrew, capturing real missions and giving Alaskans an intimate look at their day-to-day work.
To be able to see them do their real missions, we filmed enough with them so that they could relax and be themselves. And that's the part where the magic happens, is you can see them enjoying Alaska themselves.
As a veteran himself, Vasquez felt duty bound to get it right.
But I also want them just personally to say like, okay, yeah, they captured it right. This team filmed us doing the real mission in a way that doesn't look Hollywood or doesn't look whatever. It's actually our mission.
Now, as a guard rolls out the red carpet Saturday, they're hoping the film does more than entertain.
There's a way that you can serve right here in Alaska, in the military, in the Alaska Army National Guard, and continue your civilian career.
They want it to inspire the next generation to serve. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
Looks pretty cool. The film is set to premiere on Saturday at 11 a.m. and noon at Regal Takotnu in Anchorage, in addition to 11 and noon on Sunday at Regal Goldstream in Fairbanks. You can find the link to register for a free ticket on our website.
Well, be sure to get outside while you can because the sun is only out for a limited time. We're going to see the next storm arrive by tomorrow evening in South Central.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.